if you aren't playing Yuka, it's also optimal to not die. Yuka has a suicide for extra bombs because of a mechanic that we will not cover because Zigzag is not going to be playing Yuka.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Extra is really just like Lunatic, but take it up to the max. Also, something you may have noticed people doing in Stage 1 is leaving enemies alive until the last second to let them increase the dream. That didn't give much on Stage 1 because that increase is dependent on what stage number you're at. But Extra is Stage 7, and there's a lot of enemies at the start, so you don't even need to get any point items to jumpstart your dream. You can just let enemies travel down the screen, and yeah, your dream is like already almost completely full by the time the first point item shows up.
Yeah, see, that's what's so good about Yuka. She can't kill any of the enemies anyway.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm back.
Hi, Zig.
I will leave the call and then I will start.
All right. Then. We already have the focus on you, so we can start anytime. Yeah, we'll switch to their scene real quick.
Yeah, no. So it definitely went pretty crazy with the extra mechanics in this game, which is fun to see.
The extra stage, I like the extra stage itself is pretty damn brutal as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how dumb is Pacifist Extra? Is it like actually as dumb as like some of the timeout phases?
I cannot imagine timing out Extra because there's so much stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it
enemies
doesn't seem approachable at all.
Yeah, enemies will keep firing non-stop until they're killed, which I know seems revolutionary, but that's not actually quite true most of the time. In a lot of the time, enemies will just stop firing when they're about to leave the screen. But no, Extra, they will keep firing from the bottom of the screen. So Pacifist is awful. Leaving an enemy alive is just almost certainly means a death.
Oh, I see what you were talking about with getting Dream just by letting enemies live a little bit longer.
Yeah. We already have Dream Bonus Max before the first item showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now. Yeah. This honestly looks way harder to like get items than anything else. Like that fairy section.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. And
Hey guys, I made it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hi, KC. What's up? Yes, this is a pretty nice ensemble here of Mystic Square Extra aficionados, if we can say that.
Yeah, thank you for saving us from people who don't know Mystic Square Extra trying to commentate it.
Yeah, so sooner or later, I believe Zigzag will use a bomb like for its intended purpose to kill enemies, but I don't know if that's a thing Mima does or if that's the thing Yuka does.
Mima's bomb is way too weak for that, I think.
Yeah, you use the bomb to leave all the enemies on 1 HP and you kill them after the bomb ends, and that's important that the bomb leaves enemies alive because of a mechanic that we haven't discussed yet. If an enemy drops items while a bomb is active, all of those items will be power items.
Huh. That's a weird mechanic.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is universal to MS. Thankfully, it doesn't apply to Alice cancels. Like, specifically, the bullets that turn into point items, those will stay point items even if you're bombing. But everything else, you cannot bomb for items in this game.
Ideally, you would use only 3 bombs on this stage and not have any misses, but I believe Zig is going to do a 1 miss route, probably because it's going to be safer and he hasn't played this category in years. And I guess I could kind of explain, Zig is actually a very old player. He started Touhou since at least 2014, possibly even earlier. But that's when he started posting his first Mystic Square videos on his current YouTube channel. But he did have an older channel where I think he posted some stuff too. And then mid 2016, he achieved the normal world record with Mima, scoring 125 million. And then late 2016, he achieved the overall record on Lunatic with 167 mil, beating Zill's 162 mil from January 2013. And then mid 2017 is when he achieved the first Reimu 200 million on Extra. That is, I think, his best achievement that he's gotten, and he still holds this record 8 years later, along with Extra Marissa. So Zig is on his home turf right now, even if he hasn't played this category in 8 years.
Yeah, I was
Well,
gonna
why
say,
is
like,
it
this
raising
run-
so much though? You can
This-
get grades for free on Alice. Is there a reason?
You get grades for free on Alice, you said?
Well, you
Green
can
too,
just grade
yeah.
the second to last phase.
Yeah, well, you could get like a ton of grades from that, and you also want to sit in a safe spot. So you pretty much
I-
get the grades for free.
And it's not like he was taking risks to get grades.
I think this phase is very annoying, but hopefully there's no deaths here. I do feel like Mima is very well equipped to deal with the stage in general. Even the card spam with her isn't too bad. And by the way, I don't think he actually bombed during the card spam, so this is the excellent pace.
Yeah. So Casey mentioned we could see bombs. I'm not very familiar with the routing, so would one of those is supposed to be on the stage, or would all of them be on Alice for item collection?
Yeah, the bombs are going to be used for item collection, and with Mima, unfortunately, like she does actually score lower than what is typically the worst character in the game, and that is actually because when Mima bombs, her dream gauge goes down almost instantly. And when the dream bonus goes down, or the dream gauge goes down, then your items go from being worth 400k to 51,200. And like the moment that Mima uses her bomb, her dream gauge will go down 2 frames after you initiated the bomb. So you're getting almost no extra items from like bombing at full value, so most of them are gonna be significantly less value, but it's still worth it to do that.
Just
And
for extra clear bonus?
As has been pointed out by the chat, yes, that was Moses, like from Moth. This is the
Yeah, it
origin
is.
of that. For some reason, Windows likes to take patterns from Mystic Square specifically because there's there's a lot of patterns from Mystic Square that made their way onto Windows.
yeah, like I would say, like I really like this fight, and it's also the like I would say the fight that is like the most similar to the spell card system that came into the Windows games.
Yeah,
Because of the complexity of the patterns. And you also get cancel bonuses for every pattern that Zig ends here. And that does matter. Not so much because of the items that Alice drops. There's actually an item cap in this game where you cannot get any more than 40 items on screen. So Alice will always drop 5 items herself after every pattern, and then the rest come from the bullets. And he used a bomb there to collect items. That is typically one where you would use a bomb on purple one, because like the record does that as well.
Yeah. Specifically, it's like the first 40 bullets that are spawned are the ones that are turned into items, right? Or is it the last 40?
Well, there's also 5 items that Alice drops herself.
Yeah. But okay,
It was
judging
not a
from
very
the
good cancel, but
looked
you
like
do get
first
the
40.
items.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of items though. 277.
Yeah.
By the way, I think you can get 400 items on this stage, but it's extremely difficult, and I think only the TAS has done that.
Yeah,
I think the
Yuka
record has something like 380 items.
398 for Yuka.
Oh, okay, yeah, well, I was thinking of Mima, actually, but yeah. That is true. With Yuka, he got very close to an Anon 501 got very close to 400. I forget exactly what the score gain is, but I think it is pretty significant.
It is
If you
funny to
could
think
get-
about Yuka getting more point items than Mima.
Stream
Yeah,
buffering.
it's also because the record uses one miss route and then bombs the items, and Yuka is actually a character that has a delay on the dream gauge getting dropped, so she actually gets way more score from the bombs. Like you can actually collect every single point item before the gauge starts dropping.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
no,
I
stream
think
dead.
I think its stream died.
And
Okay.
stream died a little bit, but it's back now.
Yeah, it's the infamous green 2 safe spot. So we're gonna wait until all the bullets go off screen and cancel at a specific time to ensure that we can get as many of them as possible, because if we didn't, they would be littering the screen, even though there would be more bullets on screen. It's just less
That is that is a perfect cancel, by the way. I think you can't get any more than 3.09 million there. It's actually not that difficult because you just get the bullet cap to initiate as soon as you get like those diagonal bullets to shoot near the bottom, near the edge of the screen.
No miss, right?
Yep,
Yeah, that's
Miss,
no miss.
Nice.
miss.
very
Wow,
nice.
That's a very good run to get immediately.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, just having a solid run immediately is like.
J7? No, that's I7. That's 187 mil.
Yeah, 187.
No, not the ending. They forgot about the ending.
Hello.
Ah,
No!
that-
Zun is crying.
What's Mugetsu doing there?
that's not Mugetsu.
No,
How am I
that's just an
supposed to-
unnamed maid.
Yeah, how am I
Alice
supposed-
getting enslaved.
Oh yeah, it's Alice. I forgot. Alice in Mugetsu's cosplay.
Just blonde maid, of which there's so many in PC98. Okay,
There's an ending blocker somewhere down there.
Yeah, the
we
ending
can barely
blocker is
see it.
being blocked by the ending.
Okay, so what was it again? 158?
Yeah.
187.4.
Automatic 100 points because Zeke is the winner.
Yeah, because they're not competing
there we
with
go.
anybody. It's a showcase.
Yeah,
Yeah, this
by the
is-
way, Kurumi is the, Zeke is the #1 Kurumi fan. Always has been.
Yeah. They
Pretty much everyone from the Aente community knows him as the Kurumi fan, basically.
I think he said that he
From way
started
back.
liking her as a meme, but then it kind of evolved, and then it wasn't a meme anymore. And now he has a Fumo of her, which is.
I didn't
Oh, I
even know
didn't know that.
I didn't even know there was a Kurumi Fuma.
There isn't. He made one.
Oh, nice.
So, fun fact, as pointed out in chat, the English patches actually crash at the ending. The reason why is because Zun unconditionally reads a null pointer here. But for some reason,
I think it
It doesn't
depends
do
on
anything.
the player. Like I know it never happens for me, but like I
shouldn't
don't
it
know
be-
if it's like dependent on people's score file or something. But
The
It doesn't
newer
do
English
anything
patch
on-
doesn't crash. The newer one doesn't.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense. But the old one will crash here because they tried to modify a file that causes a null pointer read to actually do something instead of being completely ignored. Peak Zun code.
I feel like
Alright.
you can't blame Zun for the patch crashing.
Zig said that he's satisfied with this run, but he wants me to show a run that he sent me earlier, so we'll watch that. That run is by Reimu. And as he said, Reimu actually shares some of the mechanics with Yuka when that run demonstrates it. Oh, just like
Yeah,
running.
I believe the way it works is that both Reimu and Yuka have full screen bombs, and this has upsides and downsides, right? The downside is it costs more dream. The upside is you collect point items quickly enough that you get the full value out of them.
yeah, well, they also both have the property where the dream gauge doesn't drop instantly. It has a significant delay, so that's also why Raymond can score
Yeah.
fairly high.
But for Reimu, the delay is significantly shorter than Yuka's. So that's why she scores lower.
Okay, and you also, I assume, then need to position differently.
Okay, yeah, this is going to be the first 200 mil that I referred to earlier. Because back when Zig was really grinding this stage, he mainly played Reimu, I believe, but I think he also has like 204 million with Nima. And I would say that this is his best run, and I'm gonna assume that after this run, Zig is not gonna play anymore, but I'm not sure. I mean, he's gonna have a ton of time left even after this, so we'll see what happens. Oh, the 204 was a safe state. Okay. I mean, you probably still have a decent score of Mima, I would assume.
Okay,
So you mentioned about, So and that was pacifist right there to ensure that the cards did not die from the bomb.
Yeah, I guess thinking about it, like, the reason you don't just randomly bomb the Mystic Square is because you lose the Dream Gauge. But if you're gonna get all of the Dream Gauge back before any enemies die, it's fine.
Yeah, on extra, the Dream Gauge increases way faster than in the main game, and I believe it's based on like some formula with like the stage number taken into consideration, but...
Yeah, and since extra stage 7...
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe you could also bomb on in stage 6 with certain characters, like the low damage ones, to get Dream Gauge back like very quickly. But it's not like an ideal strat or anything. It's just something you could technically do.
So you mentioned about something about like certain bombs being full screen. I've actually never heard of that. Like I do know that Maurice's laser actually deals more if you hit enemies with it, but
I mean, all of the bombs are full screen bombs.
Yeah.
I guess I had just sort of always assumed and also not thought about it hard because they weren't part of my route.
2.68, that's pretty good cancel.
Yeah. I mean, it's really about like also how fast you kill it, because this is such like a dense section of bonus enemies, and they all drop points.
Yeah,
As
very
opposed to
solid
using
routing here of the movement.
By the way, for reference, this run was achieved on June 18th, 2017. So, quite a while ago.
We're kind of having a mini TRS here, actually, because, this is a replay showcase, and this one technically isn't live.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
Don't panic. No, that's
I
intentional.
do remember
Get
that
the bombs
I
back.
was watching... Yeah, it was a suicide.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask about, like, what is it... Are you going to use those bombs against the boss? Is that the idea?
Yeah, you do for item collection.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's also one miss, so it's gonna be used on 3 specific patterns.
Yeah.
It's gonna be at least, let me see. It's gonna be red 2 and after blue 2 at least, but I don't know where the third one is. I don't even know if the third one is gonna be used or not, but...
After purple 2, maybe? If you have time to get up there? No. Maybe after green 2.
Well, green 2 almost gets no items, so probably not.
Green 2? Not green 1.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Well, I don't think so.
Yeah. But Reimu is like really slow.
I'm pretty sure you can get all items with on the green from green 2, even with the slow characters. Because I do know that the record does not bomb that. With Yuka, who's really slow. So yeah.
Okay.
So I forget if Zig is going to cancel on this fire wave or the one with the round bullets, because like the round bullets is easier, but technically you can get a bigger cancel bonus if you wait for the fire spread. But I think it does make it more difficult to get the items. Yeah, because Zig is shooting, like he's doing short bursts of shooting during the pattern where he wants to cancel, because the health bar goes down so slowly that it's very difficult to know exactly what Alice's HP is at right now. So you kind of have to do that over and over until the pattern ends like that. So,
Interesting. Is it that specific for you to get 40 items?
Yes. And like to have them also be collectible. Because remember, Reimu's slow and it's only the first 40 bullets shot that are converted into items. So if you cancel later, then they'll just be more spread out.
I don't know if it's necessarily the first 40, but I mean, in any case, like if you have the bullets spread out a lot, then you're not going to be able to collect them as easily. So you sometimes want to actually get a worse cancel bonus. Like the cancel bonuses are about maybe up to like 3 million, but each point item can give you 400k, and you collect many of them. So you might lose out on like 1 million cancel bonus maybe, but you're easily gonna make that up by just collecting at least 3 more items. So it's definitely worth it.
And they're more than 400k, right? Because of course they'll contribute to the ending bonus.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, one of the more regrettable skills one has to develop when playing PC98 games is judging when a pattern will end by memorizing exact locations of the enemy health bar.
Yeah.
You generally want to use the score counter or the enemy counter, or maybe like the bombs even, the bomb icons. Like that's generally what you would use as a visual cue, but I mean, even with Alice, it's probably not going to be that difficult, but probably more difficult when the health bar goes so glacially slow.
Oh wait, you're talking about EX Alice, not Stage 3 Alice, whoops.
Yeah, I mean, we're on extra right now, right?
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is that it's only an extra when you really care, like, where you really want to end a pattern at a very specific time for the cancels.
Yeah, like on main game, it doesn't really matter that much. Like in my runs, when I scored this game, main game specifically, I would usually not even really take the health bar into consideration. I would just shoot for a certain number of waves, and then I know I need to stop shooting.
Yeah, for main game Alice, I did like the exact opposite. I shoot her like during the mirror phase, and then I count out 17 attacks before I start shooting.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because you can pretty much know, like, just by the number of waves how long it takes for a pattern to time out, because most attacks have the same, like, go on the same interval, like they last as long as every other pattern basically, and it goes for these patterns too.
Yeah, I counted out for main game Alice, it's exactly 24 waves per phase.
Yep.
And here's this attack, which is normally very hard.
Yeah, the purple too is very annoying. Like the lasers are pretty hard to see on this background, along with like the tiny lasers. They can blend in very well, and it's also a pretty fast pattern, so you do need to be on your toes.
Technically, the big lasers are less static based on position with random movement, but still annoying.
Yeah.
And also,
they are very long. They are very long, so you're always going to be stuck in between two of them.
Thankfully, the mini lasers are pellets, and the big lasers, it's about let's just say I actually don't know like what to compare it to. Let's just say they're like equivalent to like 8 pixel hitbox with like modern fat box.
I feel like there are a lot of patterns in Mystic Square that are sort of dodging bullets in very constrained areas based on longer bullets. Like certainly a lot of Yumiko's patterns are like that.
If you don't get 999, you get 999 here, so there's that as well.
Mm-hmm. Is this a big safe spot?
I mean, you basically don't have to consider grays here at all.
From what I've heard, the safe spot is like somewhat precise, but there's like really easy lineups for it. It's your character's head should be visible.
Honestly, it's not even that precise, but he did the line up the bottom, which I don't agree with. If you do it at the top, it's trivial. You just lower
I mean, you
yourself
can do it
until
from the
you-
bottom.
yourself in it.
You can do it from the bottom because like you can line yourself up even while the bullets are firing. So you can like slowly inch yourself into the safe spot even while the pattern is firing. And I mean, when it's firing, you can also literally see the bullet source. So yeah,
If you do it at the top, it's more comfortable, I feel.
yeah. I mean, it probably works too, but I don't know. I never really did that. I mean.
Very
But I
nice.
did always do the safe spot. If you don't do the safe spot, you basically have to memorize the entire path of all of the bullets because it basically becomes a static pattern.
Zune did that though in his replay.
And there we go, K2. That's 202 million.
Yeah, insane run, especially given the era.
Finally.
And that's
Yeah,
another
for-
ending.
for-
Ah!
2017. It's very very good.
Finally. And
Yeah,
I
no ending blocker
also-
because they could not anticipate in 2017 that he needed to have an ending blocker for this
I also
event.
did, like record this.
Shame
to
on him.
My hard drive, so
Extra end
I mean-
one.
even if the stream quality
I
is
mean, I
not
don't
good,
really
I
have
have
ending
good
blockers
quality
for all of
recording.
my YouTube runs.
F6 and finally.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
neither, but yeah, no.
Well, obviously not. It's what was just a joke.
200k and then
Yeah.
like 40k
Well,
or 42
GG
million.
then. Very nice run today, and very nice
I
run.
got, like,
nice runs
2
today, both on
million more
extra and on the
after
main game.
the,
Congratulations, and of course, nice
final
record here we
games.
have from 2017 on
Which is
this
easy
mini
to get.
replay showcase.
And then
Zigzag Wolf
second,
still has some reset time, but of course,
Um,
if he doesn't want to play anymore,
then
that's
just
all okay. Let's see what he
42
wants.
million. I would have gotten 200
What's up?
Million. So this run had me at hype. And
Yeah,
then I
what do you
was
feel,
scared
Zig? Do you
get
want to
hit
play
by
more,
the
or
graphic
is this
skills.
good?
But I didn't get hit. So I got my 202 million run now.
Sorry, he distracted by a more important topic of Kurumi.
Yeah, someone mentioned Kurumi, and he immediately like, oh yes, Kurumi, yes.
Okay. Well,
Posted
I
the
have-
Maritza run, sure. We'll watch that one as well. No Yuka, I guess. Screw Yuka.
Finally.
Okay, Marisa is actually going to be like pretty interesting with bombs on the stage since, like, actually no, she probably doesn't bomb the stage at all. Yeah.
Okay, sure. We can watch your Yuka run, then we'll bounce after that. Sure, just send it to me and we'll get it going. Just real quick.
Mistakes in a competition showcase. That's never happened before.
I think the Marissa run he achieved like shortly after the Reimu one, but I don't think he spent that much time on it. So I think that record can probably be improved quite a bit. Like I wouldn't
How
be surprised if
similar-
you could get 200 mil on it.
I guess we'll see how similar the runs are for different characters in Extra.
Well, at least with Yuka, it shouldn't be too different in terms of the routes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't really remember how it is with Marissa. Like it's probably gonna be similar to Mima, except Marissa's not quite as good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That does seem to be the theme of Marissa runs.
Yeah, she's just Mima
0.69 slowdown, nice.
0.69 slowdown. That's an achievement in its own right.
And yeah, I should probably go because I have stuff to do.
Fair.
All right.
Alright.
Here we have the Marissa run. Will show up real soon.
Also here you can see his scoreboard. Sig Kurumi, Sig is God.
Yeah, let's.
So yeah, so this is probably gonna be the Marissa record that that Sig achieved shortly after his Reimu run. Probably he still had the drive to play extra, but I don't think that after his grinds with Mystic Square, he did really much of any scoring afterwards. Like he probably did do some stuff, but like I would say like after like I don't know a year or two after he achieved these runs. Yeah, he kind of stopped playing mostly, except for probably the new games as they come out. Like Zig has been an old player who has been around since at least the MOTK era.
Well, wow, that's a long time ago. I'll tell you that.
That takes me back. I remember posting there, but I was not good at that time. I mean, now that I'm good now, but I was even more not good.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I remember posting there a lot, and I was terrible.
I think my career achievement at that time was PCB Lunatic 1 CC.
Come on, when I posted there back then, I had like 5 normal ones. I have 16 LNBs now. Well, sure came a long way.
I have one LMB, and it was a Mystic Square score run where I train wrecked to Yuki and Mai and was like, well, there's an LMB attempt now.
It's valid.
Zig says that he started around 2012, 2013. So yeah, I said like at least 2014 because that's when he started posting videos on his current channel. But I know that even before then he posted videos on his Holland Doll channel. But I couldn't actually find his videos when I was looking for them, so I don't know if he deleted them or not. But in any case, like he did upload videos even before then. So and it had Touhou stuff on it.
Yeah, we have 3 old heads in the community here right now. So we have me. I first heard of Touhou from my middle school, not even middle school, my grade school friend in 2009. Because, back then, early YouTube days, Touhou memes were still fresh and funny and haha, ran, roo, Bad Apple, back when all that stuff was still new. And then...
Although now they're just 80% of rhythm game songs for some reason.
Yeah. And then like in 2011, my friend finally convinced me to play Touhou because I already played Dodonpachi back in those days. I owned a Sega Saturn and I had the Dodonpachi for it. But I was like, back then I was like, eek! The game has girls. I don't need to play games with girls.
Ew.
Ew. Who would ever play a game with girls?
Yeah, I started playing, I think, in 2008. I was in college at the time, but...
Wow, college in 2008, whoa.
Yeah, I'm dating myself here, but...
For me, it was July 2013, like shortly before DDC came out, I'm pretty sure.
I got into Touhou proper late 2012.
I did share my backstory, but it's basically like I got exposed to a fan game that was made by developers of like another game that it isn't Touhou related, but it has like I think some small references to it. And through that fan game, I basically started playing Touhou, and even before then, I also got exposed to an IN Let's Play by Roa Mithril, who maybe some people know who that is.
I think I might have found out about Touhou just like as an indie game, because that was very much in the heyday of the sort of indie game community, like sites like TigSource and playing weird, cheapo game maker games like Jumper, stuff like that.
There's a big thunderstorm outside. No wonder my internet's been spotty. Well,
I wonder if Zig is going to be using like more than one bomb here, because you would normally use more than one bomb at this point still.
Is
so he
this
might
the
only be
record
using
of the
one
shot, or do you not know?
I'm pretty sure it is. Like Zig holds the Marisa record still, so.
Does Marisa's bomb have any scoring relevance?
Well, I'm pretty sure that if Marisa bombs, her dream gauge goes down instantly, so it's basically the same as Mima, where you generally are kind of discouraged to bomb, but you still kind of want to do it just to get like the items, even if most of them are going to be significantly less value. And that is also why Marisa doesn't score as much. Like like it's kind of crazy how much the bombs matter in the extra stage. Like it makes the worst characters in the game go actually to being the best.
Yeah.
Like Yuka is the worst character in main game, but then she's the best in extra. So it's kind of funny how that works out. Like I don't think there's any Touhou game that is like that, where the worst character is like the best character in another category.
Well, in most games, extra just isn't that different mechanically, right?
I mean, Marissa
Yeah, it's
is
not.
debatably the worst in Lunatic Survival, but she's the best in Extra Survival. Does that count?
Yeah, I guess maybe in a survival standpoint, maybe. I'm not even sure how the other games stack up in that regard. I mean, you could like maybe argue like maybe something like, I don't know, USD Marissa B, for example, because her bomb is so good, but then becomes kind of useless in extra because, you know, bomb immunity.
I thought you were gonna say
There's
it's
probably
not cheating in
examples
extra.
like that. Okay, so I'm assuming that he's going to use a bomb on this pattern after this pattern ends, purple 2.
No, apparently.
No, okay. Technically, like the truly optimal run would never use any bombs.
Yeah,
But it would just be godlike power.
Yeah, it would be like crazy hard and maybe not even like real-time viable. But the task gets, I think, 257 million, and the record with Mima at least is, I think, 214. Like both of those runs were with Mima, and the extra record is, I forget it. Let me check. 223, and that missed an extend because of 398 items. So I think it would have been like 4 million more if that extend did happen. I believe that Anon501 said that a truly good run would score 230 million. So I mean, that is like way higher than what Lunatic scores currently, but theoretically Lunatic still scores more in terms of like overall record. Like if you compare extra Yuka with Lunatic Mima, and Mima, at least on Lunatic currently, does score higher on extra, but only recently because Myler achieved a new record on the 16th of July this year.
We're seeing an ad on the stream.
What is this ad? An ad? Like literally as it finishes? What the hell? Zig really trying to nickel and dime us for the run.
Alex is running advertisements to buy more dolls.
Zig, what are you doing, Zig? Are you trying to steal money from us like that? Oh my god, ads jumped here.
Yeah, 307 items. Like this run is definitely not as good as the Reimu one, but it's still 189, so that's still where the record stands. Though I don't really think many people even really care about Marissa and Extra. Like I don't remember if anybody's played this category since Sig.
Thing with PC98, like oftentimes categories will just be like nobody's interested. So really weak.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot
that I would know anything about that.
PC98 categories like that. Yeah, like currently, like even on hard, there's still a record that's held by Zil, and Zil like quit Mystic Square like for years. So, and I think if I hadn't played normal, then the Mima record on normal would still be held by Zig probably. Because Zig held the record with 128 million, I beat it with 139. And also that record isn't even that strong because it had like 2 misses.
Okay, so Zig also wanted to showcase for the Mima fans. He also wanted me to show his Yuka record. Don't worry, we'll
for the Yuka fans in the commentary booth.
Yeah, I mean I like Yuka. She's cool.
Yuka is currently hiding off screen.
Yeah, well, Zig changes layout for every single one of his runs, so I have to adjust.
We need to see Gurmi cameo for all of them.
Yeah, that's his way of getting her to show up every single time we switch videos.
Yeah, so I don't think I've ever seen this run in particular, so we're gonna I don't really know what I can expect here. But I would at least imagine that this is going to be probably a one miss route because of the usefulness of the bombs here, but we'll see. I mean, it is technically also safer, so it would make sense. But this part right here, Yuka has a lot of trouble with. Like,
Yeah.
she can micro these bullets more easily, but she also has to deal with more of them because her damage output is not great. Like, she
And the
does have the
enemies
spread,
here-
which is useful.
The enemies in Extra just have so much health compared to anything in the main game.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it doesn't help that Yuka, she'd use a lot of damage if you can shotgun them, but this is what happens with Yuka every single time you play X. You just get squished to the bottom and you just tickle the enemies to death.
I mean, a bomb works very well here because the bomb does damage to all the enemies, but they barely don't die until the very end when they drop point items, so that is actually extremely useful. Considering, you know, that her bomb and her shot are very weak.
It's likely that it was actually calculated, right? Zen was probably thinking about that when he chose the enemy health.
Maybe. I mean, Zun was a massive fan of this time, and he does like to score, so maybe it was planned. Like, maybe it's like a little secret tech that he put in the game.
Yeah, like he has written like score guides for at least SOEW. I remember. I want to say LLS too, but I don't quite remember if that's true or not. But I know there is an SOEW one. I mean, it's like a guide in quotes. It's not like it's like vague advice more than anything, and then like kind of like splits like how much score should you have after like each stage, basically. And I think his. I think he said like something like the limit being 19 million on normal because the guy was based on normal mode.
Yeah, I remember reading Zen's survival tips, so I think I probably get the idea. Where many of them were use a bomb, which you know is a good tip for survival.
I mean, it is like that's how what you do in a traditional shmup, and it's us that are the weirdos that want to play these games with bombs.
Unfortunately, Zig lost a lot of point items from the enemies that he couldn't kill because those card enemies were in the way. And Zig played it safe by staying at the bottom, so he couldn't kill those.
Yeah.
Who's
I
that
see my-
fan of yours there in chat?
Yeah, my friend Giv has shown up in the chat room.
That's adapt to the freaking streaming section. You can make that consistent.
That is a mistake.
Yeah,
He died.
a mistake. I just don't understand. It wasn't all calculated.
No, I mean he said that this wasn't like, you know, a particularly good run, but I think he didn't have any bombs though, so at least he didn't lose out on those. That does mean though, right now, that when this first phase ends, that Alice is going to be dropping power items.
Oh, that is rough.
That's disappointing.
The bullets do still convert to point items though, but the items that she herself drops are power items, but you kind of want those items to actually get full power again, so... At least the game doesn't like completely nuke your score by just converting everything to power items, because the game could have easily done that.
That would be so depressing.
At least Zoom was merciful with that. And also it wouldn't really make sense for everything to be power items, because do you really need 40 power items? Like if
you lose 16 of them when you die, and you get like 12 back. So why would you need 40?
Oh, and I guess the other thing that really hurts about a miss is that since you don't have full dream gauge, you can't really bomb for score.
No, you can't. Like unless you get like dream bonus max from the point items you collect, and then bomb immediately after. Like you could do that. I mean, in this case, it's not relevant, but would have to be pretty aggressive with a item collection because you need to build up your dream gauge again.
Yeah, and Yuka has never been aggressive at anything with that move speed.
She's a very angry lady, but she's a very lady.
I don't know if it was mentioned, but when you die, you do actually lose significantly more dream gauge than if you bomb. And it also matters if you die on a stage section or a boss. Like if you die on a boss or use bomb on a boss, you lose significantly less. It's kind of the same kind of logic with some of the mechanics in IN.
It's funny, I don't think I actually knew that. I guess all you need to know to actually play the game is it's bad to die.
Yeah, for score, you don't really need to know that. I mean, for the routes, like in terms of, when you're actually using resources, it matters, which is generally for extra, or since not too long ago, also easy mode, because you want to lose all of your lives at the very end.
Yes, I've seen easy mode videos like that where just due to the fact that so many things scale to not matter, like stuff like the mini cancels actually starts to matter.
Yeah, the point items are only worth 60, I think it was 64k or something. I think it's just 60. So you only gain like 8,000 points per point item if you are at Dream Bonus Max compared to not. And then just tanking your entire rank lets you get a much bigger cancel bonus at the very end on Shinki. And then also just bigger cancels in general because you just bomb everything, and when you bomb bullets in this game, you gain 1,000 points per bullet, and when everything is so slow, you can just fill up the screen a lot to where, you get a lot of points that way. Like, it actually starts becoming significant.
Is easy this weird in other Touhou games? I don't even know.
In terms of score, I'm not sure. I mean, in survival, you obviously have the patterns that are like really slow yet really tight.
Oh yeah, like Mountain of Faith.
Yeah, Mountain of Fate is like a PODD also because the rank entirely determines the density of the patterns and nothing else. You have things like
if
that.
all the bullets are slower, it'll be easier, right?
Yeah, that's the moth logic to making a game easy, like with Valve, right? That's easier on easy, right?
Alright, so made it into the safe spot. It seems a little bit low, but it works.
Yeah, the safe spot is actually more lenient than you would actually realize.
I don't know if this is true, like for this pattern, but I do know that in LS, for example, if you try to safe spot a pattern with like bullet clouds, but you sit in the very, very middle of where the bullets originate, you die instantly.
Oh.
And the bullets also don't even appear, so when you die, you don't even see any bullets.
I feel like Mystic Square, basically all of the meaningful safe spots are very lenient in terms of like the bullet spawning. The ones that are tricky is because the boss is also there, and you have to ram them.
Yeah, in this game, all the bosses have a physical hitbox. In Lotus Land Story, none of them do.
Yeah.
Well, in MS, the mid bosses do lack a hitbox, so you do use that to your advantage, mainly on the stage 3 and stage 5 mid bosses where you spawn grace a bunch, and also you do it for speed killing as well because speed killing matters.
Yeah, then you get to enjoy stage 5 spam.
Yeah, well, if you want to score, you gotta do it.
Well, GG.
GG on your run here. Well,
pretty decent cancel as well.
Yeah, fun to see how the different characters approach the routing in different ways, which really you don't see that much of in Lunatic.
Well, that's it for the showcases. We managed to see then, in a sense, we managed to see every one of the characters today. We didn't see Yuka in the main game, but still, that's pretty cool. Well,
next year,
tomorrow for Len'en.
Next, all Yuka. Everybody's going to be playing Yuka. It's going to be
Yuka too. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Yuka only.
I can steal a route to the stupid windmill section in stage 4 where they come down in 3 lanes.
Yeah, we should buff Yuka so everyone goes Yuka. Not enough Yuka. Yeah, Yuka and Len'en. Yeah, wow. There's Yuka and Seiho too. That's close enough, right? You can kill Gyoku.
Damn, spoiler.
Yeah, spoilers for the spoilers for a game nobody played from 2001. Well, he Lennon, yeah, that's a really easy joke. Well, that was a very good stream, very intense. We managed to see Orangiri get defeated by Myler very narrowly. And we
Yes.
saw many nice showcases here of Extra. Some live, but some were old world record. Very good. Thank you everyone who came. Thank you, Casey, and thank you, Enrook, for helping me commentate today. Very glad.
No problem.
Yeah, and thank you, Fami, for setting this whole thing up. I think this has been really fun for the PC98 community.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm glad that we finally have enough talent to be able to pull something off like this. One entire month of nothing but the best talent in these games. But now this was the final day of any PC98 games. Tomorrow we have, of course, something special. We have the Len'en series with Unreal Survival and an Unreal Score showcase. Yeah.
That should be fun.
Unreal, bro.
Hope you guys stick around to see something like that. The Touhou community and the Len'en community are pretty related, and I hope this is an act that will bring both of them closer together, you know? So I hope you guys are able to tune in tomorrow to see this pretty one-of-a-kind event so far. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Now it's time for us to go. Any final words here before I send you guys off?
I mean, congratulations to all the runners. We saw some great runs, and like I said earlier, someday in the future I will see Yuka scoring.
Definitely. Next year, for sure. For sure, next year we'll see Yuka. Well,
Personally, got nothing to add. You know, congratulations to the players and Zig, of course, with the showcase that we just saw, and also getting a good run very quickly on his own live.
Yeah, that was actually really impressive. That just like basically the first run was just clean and good.
first run wasn't even that far off from their PB right now, so very nice.
Yeah, he wasn't that confident that he would get a run even in an hour possibly because of the spam section, but he got one very, very quickly. So that made things a lot easier for him, considering that he also just finished playing Lunatic scoring.
He wanted 90 minutes of reset timer. Guess that wasn't needed.
Yep, don't need it even for a PB.
Yeah.
Your reward for that was showcasing your older PBs that probably were significantly better than even what you showcase now. But it's fun to showcase your best achievements.
Indeed. Thank you, everyone. Well, I'm hungry. Let's go eat something.
I'm
Goodbye,
hungry
everyone.
too.
I'm not
Bye-bye.
hungry, but it's super late.
Yeah, I can see it's very late for Europe right now. So
Yeah.
let's play the cheesy credits and then go home. See you all, everyone.